Once, in the city of Springfield, a baby girl was born. Her name was Sophia Penn. She was born like every other girl in the whole United States, except for one little teensy-weensy thing. She was born with paper and pencil in her hand. Sophia Penn was a bit unusual, so her parents were like, "What?" But before they could say anything more, she began to write. When Sophia Penn was 2, she wrote her first novel and got a Newbery Award. She was very helpful, and she helped out her family with all of their writing needs. So with the taxes and the mortgages and the schoolwork and the homework, everything. And Sophia, she created the first school for writing in her town of Springfield when she was 10. And in 2 months, it had 500 kids in it. Sophia Penn, every day after school, she would walk to her backyard and she would sit down under her favorite pine tree. She would sit there for the quiet, and she could read, and she could write, and she could do really anything. But one reason especially that she liked to go sit under this pine tree after school was that it was so quiet, and the city of Springfield was so loud. You could hear every single different kind of TV show everywhere and everybody put their volumes up so loud it broke their ears, their nose, their mouth, their legs, their knees, and their feet because it was so loud. And Sophia was really annoyed with all this noise, and she was like, everybody needs to do their homework, not just like watch TV. But she would always hear around all the parents telling their kids, "Guys, you gotta watch TV." And the kids would be like, "But we want to do our homework." And the parents would be like, "But you have to watch TV." So she didn't really like this pattern of life. So she decided to travel to a place where she would feel more fit in. So she traveled across 49 different states, and she came to the teensy-weensy town of Webster. The town of Webster, was named after John and Marion Webster, who were the founders of the town. The town of Webster was really, really well-versed in reading, but they didn't know how to write. And their little library was so small, it had only one book, one bookshelf, and one librarian. So when Sophia came to town, she thought about it, and she thought about it, and she thought that she wanted to change the town. She wanted to make it so everybody knew how to write too. So she gathered a couple of children together, and soon a lot of children came, and she would teach them the ABCs, and then full sentences, and then she would teach them grammar, and then vocabulary, and all the stuff that we do. And soon the children became really, really good writers. And so the library, which had been so small, became bigger and bigger. But Sophia was like, "I've taught the children. Who else do I need to teach? Oh, I'll teach the parents." But this was a really, really hard task because the parents were not exactly ready for change yet. They just typed. They didn't write. They typed. So Sophia started to teach the parents, and she taught them the ABCs, and then she taught them full sentences, and then she taught them grammar, and then vocabulary. And finally, she taught them everything that they could know about writing. And the little library that was so small, the children added to it, and then the parents added to it. And it became so huge, it was bigger than the town hall. And Sophia, she thought that she had done a great job, but she wanted to kind of close up the project altogether. So she asked around and asked everybody what they would like to do to kind of lock the project together. And she came up with an idea. She wanted to share the town of Webster's love for words and all the writing types with the whole world. So they decided to make a dictionary. So they worked on the dictionary for about 2 years, and then they were done. And they called it the Webster Dictionary that we all know and love today. So now in the real world, whenever you read or write, you should be thankful to Sophia Penn, who saved reading and writing for all to learn and to enjoy.